the people that are in the front line that deal with the customers do not know what they are supposed to do. Even when they know, they don't value it. It's true. Yes, you said, I think, if I recall, you came back in 2002 when we just started Elton Oil. Our objective, our raison d'etre, is a new vision of service, is the catchphrase for Elton. Because in the past, we had multinationals that were doing the sort of business, they only have a pump, and then somebody will just come and serve. They don't see the human face of it. And business has a human face. People have to be treated with dignity, more so if they are actually parting with their hard-earned cash. Yes, I mean, as a forced interjection, I think the main reason is that we do not have the culture of customer care generally in the country. And organizations are failing their employees and by extension themselves, not actually training their frontline staff to be good customer care managers.
Thank you very much, Mr. Jame, for those insightful remarks. Next, I will invite Mr. Ismaila Fall, and this is a topic that I am sure he has a lot of knowledge about. Mr. Fall.
Thank you, Dudu.
Thank you.
Thank you, Trust Bank. We recognize the leadership you continue to play in being a catalyst for positive change, in sponsoring such a program that is of public interest. Dudu, customer service for me is quite simple. Do unto others what you would like others to do unto you.
Empathy.
Do unto others what you like others to do unto you. But does it always happen? The answer is no. Root cause is why. I think fundamentally there is a paradigm issue, there is an attitudinal issue, there is a cultural issue like my colleague Mr. Jamia alluded to earlier on. Training can some way, but I think it is really going to be very difficult to train someone to be nice. For me, an individual is either nice and or nasty. An individual is either nice and or nasty. Now, do unto others what you like others to do unto you. It's not very difficult at all.
Absolutely.
At any point in our lives, we either are givers of customer service and or receivers of customer service or customer care. Now, for me, it's not very difficult. I go back to my A is for apple, do unto others what you like others to do unto you. Organizations have a role to play. Being captains of industry, we have a fundamental role in training, in honing, in shaping our people, but more importantly, in leading by example. In leading by example. For me, I will just like to stop at this point in time and saying this is not very difficult. If you go to the developed economies or the developed world, where they are the envy of customer service, like the US, the people delivering service do not have two heads. They neither do not have 3 hands or 7 legs. They are human beings like you and I. But they just take time out to go and deliver the service that they will want to get in return. I don't know what your thoughts are, Dudu.
All right. Thank you very much. That's really well put together. Next, I have Mr. Dadinjai, and to throw some light to this root causes.
Thank you, Dudu, and thank you, my fellow panelists. I'm more than glad to be here, and I'm so privileged to have this opportunity to come and shed light on such a forum and a platform. I think customer care generally in Gambia, the root causes of customer care stems from culture. Why do I say culture? Culture because most Gambians, I'm sorry to say, believe that businesses do favors to their customers rather than the customers doing favors to their companies they're dealing with. So in the case of Gambia, why is customer care an issue? I think threefold. One, companies don't live with the creeds that they've established. They don't live by their own standards. Two, the attitudes of people serving customers in Gambia still believe that they are empowered, not the customer. I believe if my paycheck is coming from a customer, then the customer is king. Now, how can this change? I think it starts from within institutions. Mr. Fall just said sometimes it's not only training, and rightly so, because some people are just not trainable. So how can we move forward? How can we get out of this paradigm whereby we believe that we're doing a favor to the people we're serving rather than the people we're serving doing us a favor by paying our checks? So I really believe in order for this to change, companies really need to focus on the service delivery, and for them to believe in service deliveries, just like they need to have SLA agreements with partners that deliver them service, they should have an SLA agreement with the customers they're giving service. And not only having mystery shoppers, not only periodically assessing your staff, but make sure you get the right people who are interested to work, who are happy seeing and meeting people, and lastly, people who are just enthusiastic. That's what's the bottom line for customer care services. You need people who are happy doing what they're doing. For example, there is a wall of phrase that says, "Kuy jaay dahar, bu ci amé fayda, dina mëna jaay dahar." Jaaykati netatu the same. Equally, when you're serving, regardless of where you're serving, you should serve with pride, honor, and dignity. When you do that, then you have a human face. If you have a human face, customer care is positive. The customer experience is positive.
However, there's also another side to the discussion, because it is actually certain that people normally get what they really want. In the Gambia as well, the customer do not, let me repeat, insist to be served sometimes really properly. I don't know what your reaction was when you met this pump attendant who was taking a meter, all right, and which normal operations will take about less than a minute, and he or she was able to serve you. But in some cases, people were served poorly, and then they just accept that they should be served poorly.
Absolutely.
That is one of the reasons of the failing. If you insist that you must be served properly, moreover, if you know how you should be served and you insist on that, that actually is one step changing the process. However, perhaps we will deal with that when we actually come to the what we need to do to really change this big problem for businesses as far as customer care is concerned. But I would like to stress as well that, yes, people have different personalities. Some of us are introverts. We are back office workers. Some of us are extroverts. We are too much in the front office. The choice is for management to be able to choose and fit people's skills with the respective jobs that they could do. Once you do that, you have the right people at the right place. Then you reinforce that, okay, with your own culture. The culture has to be saved because the business environment is more competitive now.
Absolutely.
In the Gambia, regardless whether Trust Bank only operates within the Gambia, some Trust Bank staff might think you operate within the Gambia, but you have international competition.
Absolutely.
Money transfer is across the border, all of us. So therefore, we are not looking at the Gambia as an economy. In fact, the ECOWAS or the world is less and less identifying borders. So therefore, it's need. I think companies must take customer service more seriously. And they must have to have a strategy. Don't forget, good customer service, not only it has to be timely, it has to be valuable, and more importantly, it has to be unique.
Absolutely.
Or else, it will be easy to copy and people will beat it.
Thank you. I just want to emphasize still on these root causes. I just want to add, when I was introducing Mr. Jame, of his most recent appointment, he is the chairman of the Gambia Tourism Board. And we all know that chairing that really has got a lot of customer care issues too. Because a lot of the visitors to the Gambia, remember, are from an environment where the issue of customer care or quality customer care is taken for granted. That is something they expect wherever they go. So when they come to Gambia, they can